Europeans did not understand it. Even after we taught it to them, they didn't understand it. That's why they came up with religions where they would castrate themselves. What do I mean? They thought that the birth of children was totally the prerogative of the female. And when they saw the blood, the afterbirth with the child coming forth, they said, well, they're associated with blood. They said, well, yeah, we can deal with the blood because one of our first gods was Mars, and we used to take a sword and cut off our enemy's head and drink blood out of his skull and pour blood over the sword and give homage to our god Mars. So we can dig the blood thing. Blood is what we into. So they went off in their secret societies, in their own writings, plugged each other in the behind, as the Greeks did so often and others. Because as Michael Bradley tells us, they suffered from ambiguous sexual dimorphism. That is, they couldn't figure out whether they wanted to be male or female. And they ended up hating the female because they couldn't be the female. And after they went with each other and then cut each other up, thinking they could have a child that way, and it wouldn't happen that way, that's when Europeans decided we will dominate the woman and we will determine who the child is, and the child will come out under our name, and we can buy and sell them on the market. And that's exactly what they did. And that's why you still have the struggle going on between the white feminist and the white male today. That has been going on for some 20,000 years. Some 20,000 years. All because he couldn't be a woman. And you'll find, if you'll observe carefully, in cities where you have a high homosexual rate, you also have a higher rate of what? Rape. Watch the statistics. Because rape is not a sexual crime. It's a crime of a male seeking to dominate a female. And often, homosexual males will do that because they cannot be her, therefore they will dominate and debase her. That will happen. Now check that out. You live in a society that predicates what they do based on going to Harvard and Oxford, where the freshmen are called fags. You live in a society where in the upper crust, homosexuality is acceptable. It's just whatever your sexual preference is. Those low-class people don't understand. You look at the Greek society, you look at the Roman society. All that homosexuality. That is because within his heart, he wants to be two things that he cannot be. One is he wants to be a woman, the other he wants to be black. And whatever he cannot be, he turns on. And he figures if I cannot be it, the next best thing to do is what? Conquer it, pull it up under me, and destroy it. That's his psyche, that's how he thinks. And I'm not saying this to be mean or be a racist in reverse. If you don't understand this about him, you are on very unsafe ground. You don't know who you're dealing with. You keep running up in that man's face talking about love me and I love you in the name of Jesus, in the name of Muhammad, in the name of Allah, in the name of Buddha, in the name of first one thing and the other. He does not understand that kind of language, even though he may articulate it. As Brother Malcolm said, you all are not speaking the same language. Say, how could you all be worshiping the same God? He calling on Jesus and stringing your butt up in the tree, and you calling on Jesus, asking him to get you down out the tree.